What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simba Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football, man. Week 5 is in the book. It is Victory Monday because our Washington Commanders beat the LA Chargers 27-10. Let's talk about it. All right, everybody. So y'all already know, man. Before we get started, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. You subscribe up to the channel. We on our grind at 800. And also, man, please click the bell so you guys can be notified when your boy Simba drops any video or short, video, here on this YouTube page. All right, man. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. This one was a little hard to record simply because I am like under the weather right now, bro. I don't feel good at all. But we're gonna push through and we're gonna give our recap on the game yesterday. It was definitely, a good sight to see our guy Jayden Daniels step back onto the field. I know there was maybe some concerns about him wearing the knee brace. For me personally, knee braces just limited, like it limits your athleticism, your ability to cut and maybe get out of your breaks as much as as in your normal capacity, right? So for seeing him, what I'm saying, being able to still move, I did not see no limitations. Maybe a little bit at first, but we saw like at the beginning of the game, like him taking uh scrambling out of the pocket and him slipping was not due to his knee brace or nothing like that. It looked like it was more the cleats in the field. Not he didn't have the right cleats on. I think he went with some breast cancer awareness, pink cleats, and we saw him switch it up to his original black cleats that he normally wear. And excuse me, y'all, if y'all hear me clearing my yeah, I apologize ahead of time. But um JD, and I'm starting off with the offense. It definitely was a good game. It didn't start off that way. It started off very shaky with our offense. And the first drive, man, it just looked like Cliff Kingsbury was not in tune into the type of play calling that we are used to him calling. You get what I'm saying? Like he just didn't look like the play call was. We came out the gate with a throwing pass, like with a passing. Like we came out the gate passing the ball. That's what I meant to say. Um, but right after that, it's like he did not know that his star quarterback just came back off an injury, a knee injury at that. And we ran a QB. We ran a QB draw. And I understand the design QB draw behind it. I don't understand why he would call that on second down when you got serviceable running backs in the backfield that can pretty much do the job for us. Um, and then as that first series went out, man, we had a quick 3-and-out. We got as Jayden Daniel got back, into the swing of things. He got back, used to being on the field, taking the snaps, reading the defenses, planting that foot. I mean that back leg and delivering the ball. He was inaccurate on his first drive. First couple of drives, it looked very bad. So about a quarter and a half way into the second quarter, he started to get in a rhythm. After that, he started to get into a rhythm, and I was intrigued to see him actually start getting better. I didn't know that it was going to be. I kind of had a feeling that he was going to have a slow start, but as the game progressed, that he would start, picking it up, and that's why I had the score prediction, 27-23. Also because the defense, I just wasn't expecting them to hold the Chargers, even with the battered O-line that they had. I needed to see them, hold a team under 17 points. That was just it. But I felt like we was a 27-point, scoring team, just because we are just now getting our star quarterback back. And JD played a good game after that first quarter, and about couple, maybe like midway through the second quarter, he started to catch fire, man. And we started the game, they went up 10-0. And then we flipped the script in the second half and we went up 10-0, and we pretty much shut them out. We shut them out and we scored almost every quarter after the first quarter. So JD going 15 for 26. It was very impressive to see. So I'm excited. I was excited, and he only took one sack. The offensive line played very, very well. If I had to give them They just do. They really showed up. It will be exciting to see when Sam Cosmi come back, how he looks and how he's dealing with the fully recovered from the torn ACL that he had late last season. But he was 15 for 26, 231, one TD, no interceptions. So that was a pretty good, and it was a homecoming. It was JD5's homecoming, family, friends, and little boo things. I'm not in their business, but hey, bro, I'm gonna say one thing about social media, Slim. When they wanna find some tea on you, and you're a celebrity or you doing content creating, bro, they gonna find little cricks and nannies to try to get in your business. And I see one of the guys like, man, why don't JD and Juju Walker just come on out and just go public? It's like, bro, why do y'all need to know who he's dating? Why do y'all need to know who she dating, bro? Like, I get the public eye, like that's what being in that realm of entertainment. That's what comes with it. But it's just like, my man ain't gotta let y'all know who he talking to. But they even like zoomed in on my man wristbands, and you can like actually see my man wristbands with the heart and the number 12 on it. And just like, damn, like y'all niggas went back multiple games to find that shit. And it's just crazy to me that that's what entertainment and sports entertainment specifically is leading to. It's like, damn, like y'all be knowing all the y'all be investigating. Y'all some social media is some investigating motherfucker. Like, if y'all ever wanted to pick up a career in investigation, bro, like FBI, CIA, like y'all definitely would be a shoe in. Slim, use the all the investigating tools y'all done pulled up with my man JD5. But she was at the game, you know what I'm saying, supporting our guy JD5. Mom Dukes was at the game, so it was a big homecoming for JD5, and he came out with victorious, and he played very, very well, and he also is 0-2 against Justin Herbert. If y'all know, back at Arizona State, his freshman game against a top-notch Oregon team at the time, upsetting them. Arizona State didn't have a chance, before the game, going into the game, that they could beat him. And he showed up and showed out against Oregon and beat them and beat Justin Herbert and that team. So shout out to JD, man. He had a very good game. But the player of the game that was presented to one of our guys on our team by Tom Brady, who was broadcasting over our game, was no other than our 7th round pick, Ja'Cory, aka Lil Bill Krosky Merritt, man. 14 carries, 111 yards, averaging damn near 8 yards. I'm going round up. Fuck that. It's over 0.5. I know a little basic math. 0.5, we rounding that thing up to 8 yards a carry, and he found the end zone twice yesterday. And I just want to say, man, it didn't start off good, but it seems like, I don't know if Anthony Lynn or DQ came in and kind of spoke to Cliff and said, hey, Slim, we need to run the ball. We need to establish the run. And I don't care what nobody say, man. When you establish the run game, bro, your offense is that much more deadlier, bro. It just is. I don't care what nobody say. If you can have a well-established run game, you are going to be 10 times more deadlier as an offense. Defenses is not going to know what you're calling. But when you're one-sided, you're more predictable. And I heard Aqib Talib and a lot of people, from the Washington Commanders fan bases, giving him a little bit of flack because they feel as though it's like, he's like, taking a shot at our offense. But Aqib Talib said that, the Commanders, defenses have Commanders' blueprint. And I agree with that assessment. Like what he said, I'm not taking anything. I watched the whole segment and what he spoke about the command. It's like, we were so successful last year with our offense, and a lot of teams it was hard to scheme against. But you give any NFL defense, this is the NFL, this is the top line right here. You give any defense a year of film, they're going to find ways to neutralize your offense, and that's just facts. That's just facts. Can you still be dominant? Very well, you could be, but as an offensive coordinator, you even got to know that. So Cliff Kingsbury got to know they're going to try to stop a lot of these bubble screens because we were successful with it last year. They're going to try to stop a lot of these deep passes to Terry McLaurin because we were successful with that last year. So what else can we do? We're going to send coverage towards Zach Ertz. We know that's his security blanket. So defenses is going to come out scheming on how to stop where we was the most productive at from an offense perspective. So from that mindset, Aqib Talib is 100% correct. But well, I'm going to give credit what credit is due. Cliff Kingsbury, not in that first series or the second series, but in the series after those, Cliff Kingsbury dialed into his play calling bag, and he was dialing up different formations, different plays. Uh I still see a lot more of the shotgun and pistol formation, but it was a lot more movement. It was a lot more opening up, guys, route like runoff routes where a receiver run off and that'll open up another receiver pause to come behind him and be open. Chargers looked like they played a lot more zone that game. And so Jayden Daniels with the offensive line protecting him as well as they did yesterday. Shout out to the O-line again. Keeping him pretty much up and being able to make plays. And then that's the added part to where it's hard to scheme against our defense. I mean, our offense. You don't know when JD is going to escape that pocket. He can kill you with his arm, as he showed yesterday. He sat in that pocket a lot and found the open receivers. Was he a little bit inaccurate? Yes, he was. But that's not the only thing. That wasn't 4 quarters of inaccuracy. He started to get in the rhythm. That was every pass on the dot. No, but I didn't expect that. But he got completions. He completed the pass. He completed the ball down the field. He was moving the ball down the field. He found Debo for a couple. He found Luke McCaffrey, who I literally, even though he only had one catch today, but that was the catch that we needed to extend a 99-yard drive that we had. One catch for 50 yards. Debo Samuels, 8 catches, 96 yards in the tud at the end of the game to seal it. Jacory, 2 catches, and that screen pass that they threw to him, where it was the slug. I mean, I'm not even gonna say slug. I forgot the name of the route that he ran, but it was a out and back inside, and it was a screen. It was a screen play, but that's the Cliff Kingsbury that's some shit that I ain't see last year. I didn't see those type of plays being called. It was one play where we dropped JD to the backfield, and Jacory stepped in front of him and took a wildcat option type read. And it's like you can run so much shit out of that. Like, I understand the pistol and shotgun formation. I still yawn for, Cliff Kingsbury to include more, West Coast style plays, because you can still use trickery under the center as well. Especially with a guy like JD who can kill you with his legs. And he showed that yesterday. And like my man said in the post-game, conference, now people can stop asking about the knee brace. Y'all saw that he was mobile. Was there some little limitations? Probably so. But he definitely looked like, that play that Derwin James stopped in the backfield, but Lil Bill, who, showed up and showed out, broke and escaped out to the right side. Slim caught up with him. Like, that was like the fastest I ever seen JD run outside of that read option he had against Carolina when he got hurt. Like, that's the fastest I ever seen that man galley up to try to help out Jacory. But I know a lot of people say, man, stay out of harm's way. But I also appreciate, Tom Brady speaking with Jayden Daniels and just letting them know, man, that you're more needed on this team by making the right play instead of trying to make the heroic play, if that makes sense to everybody, right? Like him just, trying to fight for extra yards, live for another down, man. Some of those hits that you have taken, you don't have to take them. You get what I'm saying? And we saw him get down on a lot of those scrambles. Did he take one hit? Yeah, but he's still learning, man. This is only his second year. I heard a lot of people speak about the sophomore slump. We can cancel that. I'm not going to say that yet. I need to see, 17 weeks of football from him to say that he is out of the he overcame the sophomore slump. I'm not going to say that just 5 weeks into the season. But again, back to Lil Bill, man. We actually saw him get the start of the game. He came out with, the first series starting at running back. And it made it seem like DQ, AP, Cliff Kingsbury have heard a lot of what the fans have been calling and asking for. Is like, this guy, Lil Bill, this 7th round pick, this hidden gem, is something special, man. Like like I said in my pregame, the way that this dude is able to cut in and out of lanes, like it may be a lane that he's supposed to hit, but that lane quickly closes up and he cuts like that. That plant foot and cut back is so quick, and he's still a small little shifty guy that the bigger running backs you can still kind of get hands on him, but because he's kind of short and quick, he can sneak in between tackles and go backside or go front side with the cuts. It's like, bro, he got something special, man. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm not saying that he's him. He's better than him. Whoop whoop whoop. But DQ wanted a guy like Bucky Irvin. He damn sure looked like a Bucky Irvin. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. He's that shifty style type of running back. Like the fact that a lot of fans seen the potential in Ja'Cory when we drafted him, and we seen him in training camp. We heard about him doing training camp. So, seeing him actually run the football and actually get the first team reps and get majority of the reps, 14 carries. We all said it last week. C-Rod and him had 7 carries, and they both averaged well over five yards a carry. And I know a lot of people were saying, well, where's C-Rod at? Like, I don't think we needed to see C-Rod. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't have helped. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have helped. I think we still need to use him. But I heard DQ say, or I think I heard somebody ask somebody, I can't remember, but Anthony Lynn went and said, hey, we need to stick with Lil Bill, even after the fumble he had. And that's the thing. He's a rookie. I don't expect him to go without a whole season without fumble. I got realistic expectations. Like if he had the game that he had, that fumble don't mean two shits to me. Yeah, and you could see in his face that he was ready for that. Hey, I need to get back out there, coach. I need to redeem myself. And he ran even harder when he fumbled. When he got back into the game, he ran even harder. And that was another thing, man. Can he break tackles? Can he be strong? The dude has that it factor in him. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it what it is. You can say I'm biased. I'm being a Commanders fan. Nah, Slim, he got that it factor. He got that. I'm trying to prove why I shouldn't have been a 7th round pick. That I should have been. And we know that it wasn't due to his gameplay that he was a 7th round pick. It was due to the NCAA and all it, like that little situation that happened that, not derailed him, but kind of made him drop in the draft. But the dude got that it factor, Slim. And I think he's going to be our future back. Shout out to AP. We got to stop doubting this dude and who we drafted. I know a lot of people are questioning some of the draft picks. We got to understand, man, not every draft pick is going to hit. Not every draft pick is going to be a hidden gem. I heard some people talk about Johnny Newton, Mike Sanderstill, Ben Sinnott, whatever, Ben Sinnott, Sinnott. But hey, my man, like everybody's not going to be a home run hit. Everybody's not going to be that, oh shit, where we find him at type of pick. Some guys are just serviceable to our starters, serviceable backups, great backups that can come in and make plays. And speaking of that, I'm kind of I got to take back what I said about Luke McCaffrey. That catch he made was like, damn, like, all right, I said he couldn't beat one-on-one in man coverage, and he damn sure did it. So I got to give shouts out to our guy, Luke McCaffrey. I apologize. See, as me being a fan, I can stand in front of the camera, and even though I said I wouldn't be mad if we let him go, I got to walk that back and own that and say, hey, Slim, I'm glad he's still on the mob. Because he's showing that he is progressing as a receiver. So I'm glad he's still with us. Shout out to the offense, man. We showed up after the first quarter and we put up points on the board. And what helped that was a great complimentary to how successful our offense was our defense. So as I get into the defensive game and break down that and what I seen, we didn't play great, but we played so much better against the Chargers than we did against Atlanta. And I'm gonna say this to all the Chargers fans out there and all the fans that hate on us as Commanders fans. We don't play nobody. Oh shit, man, y'all playing an injured, battered team. I'm gonna say this, and y'all may not fucking like it. I don't give a fuck. We, the Washington Commanders, fans and players and organization, did not handpick our fucking schedule. The NFL did. We play the teams that the NFL gives us. That's one. Number two, injuries are a major part of the game of football. But that don't mean that you negate what a team does against another team simply because they injured. Because guess what? Don't know if y'all been watching the Commanders games. We got fucking injuries too, my guy. We got what? 3 people on season that season is over already. We got guys that's not playing, i.e., number 17, our number 1 receiver, Scary Terry. So we can always play that. Oh, they didn't have their starters, they're hurt. Whoop-de-doo. Whoopity-whoopity-doo. Like, y'all can complain, y'all can make excuses, but bro, just give compliments. Just say, hey man, good game, y'all did y'all thing, and keep it moving, bro. You sound lame as shit when you throw out, oh, but they was injured, bro. Y'all didn't play them fully healthy. If that's the case, why the fuck are we playing the game of football? If the starters go out, why don't they just treat it like Madden? Hey man, we forfeit, we send the week, y'all. We gonna force the W if you play in Madden. You know, if you play in Madden leagues. Hey man, give them the force win. We too hurt to play. Why play the game of football? The Chargers, the players themselves and the organization ain't thinking like that. They're still thinking that regardless of the injuries that they had on their team, that they could come out and beat the Washington Commanders. That was their thought. And it looked good in the first quarter. It damn sure did. I was like, God damn, shit, I'm about to be one of them. But we showed resiliency and we competed. We hunkered down and we got it together and we competed. So don't dismiss our W because they are injured. They was 3-1 coming into that game. So injuries couldn't have played that much of a part. And they 3-2 right now. So they still sitting pretty good. They still got a top 10 quarterback over there in Justin Herbert. But let me go ahead and get into breaking down our defense, who didn't play the best of football, but we played pretty good football. And I want to say shout out to Bobby Wagner, man. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to his stats, bro, but he's been 10 plus in total tackles. I think almost every fucking week. And then also, I want to say shout out to Joe Witt, man. He must have heard us as well because we've seen a lot more of one of our young linebackers in Jordan McGee. And I'm going to say this. I seen it. I wish I could put it up on. I had it on Twitter. One of the Commanders fans tweeted out all the snaps that he had and just the overall. You can see the night and day difference of a veteran Bobby Wagner and a young, hungry linebacker in Jordan McGee. Man, the athleticism is there. The lateral quickness is there. And I wish I could give him a shout out because I was thinking it. Some of the snaps that I see Jordan McGee come in on, like you saw the speed. You saw that Bama running, getting to the football. Even on some of the blitzes, this was just like, damn, Slim he's flashing. Did he make every play? No. But did he make some key plays? Yep. And all I've been asking for is that we know Bobby Wagner, Hall of Famer linebacker, is going to be solidified as our run stopping blitzing linebacker. But when it comes to coverage downs and when we know that they're in a pass situation, put the young guys in there, man. Let them get their feet wet. The best experience is being on the field and playing the game of football. And let's see what they can do out there in coverage. Let's see if they can close some of those gaps that we've seen Bobby Wagner not being able to get to because of he's older, man. He's not that old Bobby Wagner from the Seattle Seahawks. He's just not. He's just not that guy no more. But what he still is a great run stop and blitzing linebacker. He's a for sure tackler. That's it. I can't see him doing much in pass coverage no more. And I'm not saying that you gotta take him completely out, but as a defensive coordinator, start giving offenses different looks. Oh shit, they putting Jordan McGee in here. Oh yeah, but you blitzed him, man. We saw it. We saw Jordan McGee shoot the A gap one time with we seen him shoot the A gap, and it was just like, damn, who the fuck is that? And I said, oh, he didn't make the sack, but he stopped. He stopped the play in the backfield, and we rallied as a team. Shout out to Jordan McGee. Shout out to Johnny Newton, who was showing good flashes, who got a sack the other day. We had 5 sacks today. Now, That was another. Oh, y'all going against a bad old line, bro. Come on, bro. Don't hype it like y'all, y'all really like that. Nobody is saying that we're really like that. But against the battle old line, we should see progress and, us getting back to the quarterback. Shout out to Dorrance Armstrong, who has 5 sacks on the season. He's on the pace for what, 17 right now? I call for 8. I call for 10. Like, he need to at least give me 10 for the amount of money he's making. And he's definitely showing up for us. Shout out to him. And again, like I said, if we're going up against a battered and injured offensive line, nigga, you better fucking eat. Y'all better fucking eat. I better see 5 sacks. Shit, I wanted to see 7. But I wanted to see 8. I wanted to see 10 sacks. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. We still got to play the game. But they got back to Justin Herbert. And then Von Miller had a 1.5 sack. Jacob Martin had a half of a sack. Again, Johnny Newton had a sack. And it was the D line showed up from stopping the run but from a pass coverage, it definitely still looks like we still got some things to figure out. We saw Bobby Wagner on a timeout yelling at the sideline because it just seems like the communication is off. I don't know at this point in moment in time, and I'm just me being a couch analyst. Joe Witt need to come out that fucking press box. I'm just gonna say it. Joe Witt need to come out that fucking press box and come down to the sideline so that during in and out of series, he can be on the sideline and that communication can come in, or he can be on the sideline giving his signals to where it's a lot more visible. It's a lot more niggas can't look up in the press box and see you, my guy. And yeah, you call it down. Yes, he's NFL players, and you should be able to get on a headset and communicate with them. And I know you got position coaches down there talking to them, but maybe it's something you need to try. Joe Witt, maybe you need to come down to the sideline, my guy. Let the players see you. Let the players really see your facial expression and how pissed off you are that you're sending in calls and y'all just not picking it up. Maybe that's what the players need. Gotta try some different shit is all I'm saying. But it definitely looked like we were still trying to figure shit out from a pass coverage perspective. We didn't look great, but we looked good. Like we shut them out. Did they still move the ball down the field? Yes, it's an NFL team. It's going to happen, right? Shout out to Mike Sanders still for getting a second interception. Bend but don't break mentality. We allowed them to get down the field. And shout out to Johnny Newton for getting the pass deflection and tipping the ball up in the air so that Mike Sanders still can get the interception. But it was one, those comeback routes at the sticks, man. We gotta cover those a lot better. They ran comebacks at the sticks like 3 or 4 times, converting big third downs, and it's just like, oh man, I wish we was much better at But hey, all we can do is stack on, and hopefully we can build upon the good defense. The defense played good complementary football to the offense. Shout out to Quan Martin. I thought it was Trey that knocked the ball out on the forced fumble, but Quan Martin put helmet on ball. That was just a great ass play, a great ass tackle off of a big catch given up. For some reason, they kept getting behind our linebackers, where it's like you don't want to have a defense where they're just beating y'all over top of the linebackers. That's telling me that the linebackers aren't trusting their keep everything in front of you mentality. Get depth. If nobody's threatening you underneath, get back in depth. Keep getting back. Help out your back end. That's what you got to do. If you got no threats in front of you, if Justin Herbert takes off, rally to the ball. Keep everything in front of you, fly to the ball, and make tackles. Simple football, right? But they got behind the linebackers quite a few times, and it was just pissing me the fuck off because it's like, this shit ain't rocket science, man. If nobody's threatening you underneath, get depth. Get depth. No way they should be completing 2nd and 19s and getting first down. That means that the linebackers aren't getting enough depth. I'd much rather them complete a 2nd and 19 by Justin Herbert taking off with his legs and us rallying to the football and making a tackle than for him to throw the ball right over top of our heads. That just can't happen. But shout out to the defense. They played very well. 2 turnovers again. Quan Martin, Mike Sanders still. I couldn't show too much excitement during the game because I could barely fucking talk. I'm still trying to fucking get my voice back together, but I'm still fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all to even record this. But shout out to the team, man. We got back in the win column. We are 3-2. I felt like even at 2-2, we was at the middle of the pack, right in the middle of the pack of the rest of the NFL. It's a lot of teams doing, worse than us. A lot of good teams that's doing worse than us. And then you got a lot of teams. Hey, everybody took an L so far. There's ain't no more undefeated teams. So we got to continue to get better. I don't think we played our best football yet. But I think if we can continue to build upon good games week by week, we should get a lot better. We should get better with the communication on defense. The more and more we stack good games, I want to go on a 3-4 game win streak. I ain't gonna lie. We got the Bears up next. That pregame is coming to y'all very, very soon. I think I'm going to do a live on that one. I think I'm going to do a live coverage on that one. I don't know if I'm going to the game on that. I put my tickets up for sale. If they sell, I'll be home watching the game. If somebody buy them for the price I listed them for, thank you. But y'all let me know in the comments, man, how y'all felt about the game. Again, I apologize for this dropping so late tonight. But your boy is sick, and I'm trying to, hey, man, I'm about to go drink some tea right now and try to get back to my normal self. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe up to the channel, y'all. We really trying to grind it out to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the support. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one, baby. Raise hell. I'm up out of here.